My head still is in the frame? Yeah. Welcome, Skull 360 On Demand. Long time no see. We're going to do a full body front and back of the machine. We have our lovely model here. Let's get started in catfish. Hands on the high handlebars. Big toes touch on the number 3. Take a little bend in the knees, little bend in the elbows. Start to press the carriage back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hug the inner thighs, draw it in for 2, 3, 4. Nice, keep that pace. As you extend the carriage out, hug the inner thighs together, find the low abs, draw the carriage in. Keep a little bit of space between the carriage and the platform at all times, keeping constant tension on your body. Staying high on the balls of the feet with a little bend in the elbows takes the momentum out of your legs. Keeping a little bend in the elbows, draws the shoulders back, hug the shoulder blades on the back, feel the lats and rhomboids engage. You have just a few seconds left here. We'll be dropping down into a high plank hold together. Hands hit the front platform, feet stay right where they are. We have a high plank hold in 3, 2, 1. Hands on the front platform. Hug the inner thighs together. Once again, claw the fingers down. Protect your wrists. We'll bend the knees in for bear in 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to bend the knees in underneath your hips. Stop when you hit that 90-degree mark. Strong, press out, pressing the back of the thighs up towards the ceiling. Finding that same strong plank right where you started. Remember to breathe. Start linking your breath and movement together. Inhale as you press the legs up into your plank. Exhale as the knees bend. Finding that hovering tabletop position in your plank. Knees hover just a few inches above the machine. Nice. Stay strong. We have just a few seconds left. Find the breath, deep breath in, fill the upper back. Exhale fully as the knees bend. In about 10 seconds, we'll drop down to our knees. Hands move to the rolling handlebars. We're setting up wheelbarrow. Let's find that kneeling plank together in 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down. Slide the hands back to the rolling handlebars closest to you. Find a strong kneeling plank. Press the shins down. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Start to hinge from your shoulders. Like an old school ab roller. Extending out with the carriage. Slowly drawing the shoulders back in over the wrists. Press the shins and the tops of the feet down into the carriage at all times. Lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels. By lengthening the tailbone and pressing the shins down, we activate the low abs and we lengthen the low back. Protecting the low back from any strain. Beautiful. Ribs to spine. We'll find a hold somewhere between halfway and your fullest extension out. Let's find that hold in 3, 2, 1. Extend out, find a hold. Draw ribs to spine. Tailbone to heels, breathe. We move back through full range, starting with a press out in 3, 2, 1. Small press out. Slowly bringing shoulders back over the wrists. Nice. Stay strong. You have just a few seconds to go. We're taking it to the back of the machine. 1 yellow spring. We're setting up a giant reverse kneeling crunch. 1 yellow spring at the back of the machine. In 3, 2, 1. 1 yellow spring. Press it off to the back. Knee knees go into your eyelids, forearms on the back platform. Find a kneeling forearm plank to start. Draw ribs to spine. On your exhale, lift the hips, round the spine up for a crunch. On your inhale, lengthen back out. Find that strong starting point of that kneeling forearm plank. Keep an eye on the shoulders. We want them over the elbows at all times. Press the shins down into your carriage. And even find a little hug of the inner thighs towards one another. As you find that lift, so you can initiate the lift from the strength of your legs. Round the spine up, finding that C-curve shape, almost like a cat pose in yoga. Drawing navel towards the ceiling. As you inhale, lengthen back out, lifting your head in line with your spine. Let your gaze follow your spine. Gazing towards the knees as you lift. You have just a few seconds left. In about 10 seconds, we'll press out and hold, finding that strong kneeling forearm plank. Let's find that hold. In 3, 2, 1. Take it out and hold. Gaze towards fingertips, shoulders over elbows, ribs to spine, tailbone to heels. We hinge back for saw. In 3, 2, 1. Slowly draw the shoulders over the well, holding that kneeling plank position. On your exhale, draw shoulders over elbows. We won't be here long. Stay strong. Keep ribs to spine, tailbone to heels. Gaze on that white line of the platform. You've got this. This is where we finish our opening ab block. Breathe, hinging on the way back. Exhaling on the pull forward. You have just 10 seconds to go. We'll set up express lunge for the right leg. You'll reach for your red cables. Right foot on the back platform. Left foot tucked underneath your carriage strap. Let's make that transition to express lunge. In 3, 2, 1. Draw the carriage in. Place the left foot underneath your carriage strap. Locate red handlebars, standing up tall. Feet hips width distance apart. Slight hinge forward in the torso. Lift the hips and start to sit back into your lunge. Ground down through the right foot as you press yourself back up to standing, finding that 4-count pace. Sitting back and down for a 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow breaths up for 2, 3, 4. Find the hinge of the hips, lifting the hips up and back as the knee bends, keeping a lift in the back of the left thigh. Staying high on the ball of the back foot will help initiate that lift. Keeping right knee over ankle throughout the entire range of motion. When you get to the top of your lunge, keep a tiny micro bend in the right knee. If you feel steady, maybe take some slack in the red cables, using just the power of your legs to find that lift up. Nice. We have a hold coming up in just a few seconds. Square the hips. Find a small wrap of the left hip bone forward each time you rise up. We take it down for our hold. In 3, 2, 1. Deep lunge hold, bringing the right thigh as close to parallel with the floor as you can. We'll find that lift in the back thigh. Wrap the left hip forward. Draw ribs to spine, shoulders back. See if you can sit 1 inch deeper. We press it up in 3, 2, 1. Slow press up for 2, 3, 4. Nice full range of motion. We're only here for a few more seconds. Stay strong. We pivot towards the left. We're standing inner thigh. You'll keep the cable in your left hand, drop the cable in your right.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, standing inner thigh.
Keep your weight distributed evenly between both feet, using both inner thighs evenly as the carriage draws in and up.
And I just wanna be the one you love tonight. I'm going up, down, around this town. So you can call me up and we can drive around and go in.
As you're pressing down through the outer edges of your feet, keep the tiniest bend in the knees. You might not be able to see it, but you'll be able to feel it. Lengthening the spine, drawing tailbone to heels, engaging the low abs so that lift and hug in comes all the way from the floor up into the hips. Core strong, ribs in, shoulders back. Feel the lift of your head towards the ceiling with each hug in. In about 10 seconds, we'll find a hold. Hips width distance apart. Your feet will be close together. Carriage will be close to the back platform. We find that hold in 3, 2, 1. Hug it in and hold. Hug the inner thighs. Use the power of your legs. Maybe take slack in the red cable. Breathe. We move back through full range. In 3, 2, 1. Find your full range of motion. Weight distributed evenly, both inner thighs working together. Nice. In about 10 seconds, we'll drop that red cable. We face the back once again. We set up a giant reverse carriage kick. Hands in the high handlebars. Let's set up that carriage kick. In 3, 2, 1. Toss the cable in the left hand, hands on the high handlebar. Deep bend in the right leg. As you inhale, press the left leg back. As you exhale, rebend the knee in. Ground down through the right foot. Right knee over ankle. The right hip will tend to want to pop out to the side. Draw the right hip down and lift the left hip up so hips are square and level. Each time you extend the left leg back, find a lift of the hip and upper inner thigh. Keeping that lift as you rebend in. Beginning to engage left oblique. Use the strength of your core to help initiate the draw in of the carriage. Keeping a little bend in the elbows, draw the shoulders back. Nice. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Keep the chest lifted. Hug the shoulder blades together on the back to keep the shoulders back. Little bend in the elbow, engages biceps. Pressing down through the hands helps to engage the core. Nice, we're almost there. Stay strong. See if you can sit maybe 1 inch deeper in the right leg. Yes. In about 10 seconds, we transition into a giant reverse high plank. Your hands can go on the back platform or the side rails. Both feet will come together on the carriage strap. Stepping the right foot back to meet the left. We set up that giant reverse high plank in 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot back. Hands come down to the platform. Press it out. Find your hold. Lift the upper inner thighs towards the ceiling. We bend both knees in towards the right tricep, single-sided bear. In 3, 2, 1, bend both knees to right tricep. Nice. Strong inhale as you press it out. Squaring hips to the floor. Exhale, find that twist. Engaging left oblique. Each time you extend out, lift the hips and inner thighs. Keeping that lift, hips stay shoulder height. Nice. Single-sided bear is one of our harder oblique exercises, especially when we do it off of the back of the machine. Stay strong. Each time you come back, you'll feel a little bit stronger and be able to stay a little bit longer. You have just about 10 inner thighs together. Nice. We drop down to knees and forearms. We set up an oblique crunch. In 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Shift the knees to the right side of your carriage. Forearms on the back platform. Find a twisted kneeling forearm plank. Shoulders over elbows. Lift the hips. Round the spine up for your oblique crunch. As you inhale, lengthen back out. Lift the gaze. On the exhale, gaze towards the knees. Round the spine up, find that C-curve shape. Nice. Keep an eye on the shoulders, over the elbows. Nice, breathe. We aren't here for much longer, stay strong. In about 10 seconds, we extend out into a hold. Twisted kneeling forearm plank hold. Let's find that hold in 3, 2, 1. Extend out for a hold. Shoulders over elbows. Lift the left rib cage 1 inch higher away from the floor. Keep that. We slide it back from twisted tall. In 3, 2, 1. Slow hip back for 2, 3, 4. Slow draw in for 2, 3, 4. Nice. Keep that pace. This is our final oblique exercise in the back of the machine. Stay strong. You've got this. Keep that lift of the left hip and the left rib cage away from the floor. Smaller range of motion. Same 4-count pace. Nice. You have 10 seconds. We ride it to the front. We set up heavy legs. 1 red, 1 or 2 yellow. We have skater for the right leg. Let's make that transition for skater. In 3, 2, 1. Take a ride to the front. 1 red, 1 or 2 yellow. Standing on the platform. Right foot on the platform, left foot underneath your carriage strap. Press the outer edges of your feet into the strap. Sit deep into a squat. Shift all of your weight over into the right leg. Press out with the left leg. We want to hinge from the hips, sitting back and down into our squat. Grounding down through the right foot. The right toes want to point straight ahead. The right knee wants to stay in line with the foot. The right hip stays in line with the knee. As we start to fatigue, we tend to want to push everything out. Try to ground through the right leg, so everything comes from the movement in the left. Turn the toes in, sweep the heels out, almost like you're pressing your heels away from one another. Keeping at least 3 to 6 inches between the carriage and the platform at all times. We'll keep tension on the machine and on your body. Finding that slow press out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly bend in for 2, 3, 4. Nice. Just as slowly as we press out, we find that same resistance as we rebend in. Resist the carriage in and pause it before it hits the platform. Nice. We have less than 30 seconds left. See how low you can sit into your squat. Hold it until my final countdown. Press down through the handlebars to draw the ribs up. Keep the spine long. We have about 10 seconds to go. We'll face the front mirror, setting up runner's lunge. Keep your right foot underneath the carriage strap. Shift your left foot into the island. Let's set up runner's lunge in 3, 2, 1, face the front mirror for runner's lunge. Shift your left foot into the eyelet. Find that deep bend in the right leg. Right knee over ankle. Press out through the left leg. Extending the carriage back. Slowly rebending the left knee in underneath your hip. Stop when you hit that 90-degree angle. Ground through the right heel to keep glutes, hamstrings, and quads all engaged evenly. Nice. Little bend in the elbows. Keep the chest open by drawing the shoulders back, shoulder blades together. Find that same lift in the back of your left thigh that you had in carriage kicks to the back of the feet. Keeping hips level and square with one another. Grounding through the right foot, pressing back with the left foot. Nice. We are almost there. This is where we finish. The right leg. Yes. Breathe. See if you can sit 1 or 2 inches deeper down in the last second. We'll be dropping this heavy spring load down. We set up arms. 3 yellow is standard. 4 yellow will be heavier. 2 will be a little bit lighter. We're setting up bicep curls facing the back of the machine. 3 yellow is standard, 2 or 4 options. Grabbing the black cables in your well. Let's make that transition for bicep curls. In 3, 2, 1, feel it down. Adjust your springs. 3 yellow. Grab your cables. Kneel on your carriage, tuck your toes in the eyelet. Hug the inner thighs together, extend the arms out straight, parallel with the floor. Slowly finding that 90-degree bend in. Keep the elbows lifted as you extend the arms out straight. Little bend stays in the elbows at all times. Nice pace. 4 counts. Shoulders draw back. Elbows bend in. Hands lift towards the forehead. While we're in this arm series, we want to focus on not only working the upper body, but keeping the legs, glutes, and core all engaged. As we move the arms, we're challenging the upper body to find that stability that we've been working on throughout the entire workout. Nice. In about 10 seconds, we'll find a hold. 90-degree bend in the arms. Let's find that hold in 3, 2, 1. 90-degree bend hold. Shoulders back. Arms parallel with one another. We find a small lift up and down in 3, 2, 1. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Nice push up, press down, push, press. You have 10 seconds. We move back through full range bicep curls. In 3, 2, 1, full range bicep curl. Nice. Slowly draw it in. In 10 seconds, we'll take our arms by our sides, setting up a chest press. Thumbs start next to the thighs. Let's make that transition to chest press. In 3, 2, 1, chest opener, not press. Shoulders roll back, hands press back behind you. Slowly release the arms back, stopping right next to the thighs. Nice. Same length in the spine, kneeling tall. Legs hug together, ribs hug into spine. As the hands press back, roll the shoulders back so everything moves back together. Lead with the pinky side of the hand. Hug shoulder blades together on the back. When the hands press back behind us, sometimes we do this forward shoulder roll thing. Very bad for the shoulders, compromises the integrity of the alignment. Find a hold, press it back as far as you can. Let's find that hold. In 3, 2, 1. Press the hands back. Draw the shoulders back. Keep the chest lifted, ribs to spine. Tailbone to heels. We hinge forward, setting up sexy back. In 3, 2, 1. Hinge it forward. Keep the hands lifted. Start to bend the elbows. Stop right at a 90-degree mark. Press the hands back up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. The same thing happens to the shoulders in this position. They tend to want to roll down and forward. Roll them back. Keep the head to the arm bones lifted. Nice. Reach the chest towards the back of the machine, keeping the spine lengthened, avoiding any rounding in the mid-back. Nice. Use the triceps to find that lift of the hands. Beautiful, you got this. We'll kneel back up. We finish our arm series with newspaper. You'll crisscross your cables, hug the elbows towards your waist. Setting up newspaper in 3, 2, 1. Kneel up tall, crisscross your cables into opposite hands. Hug the elbows by your waistline, shoulders back. As you hug the elbows in, rotate from the shoulders, open the hands wide. Slowly release the hands back to parallel with one another. Keep the wrists strong, so the wrists and the forearms are in a straight line. Find the strength and rotation from the shoulders and the upper back. Hands hold the cables like candlesticks. Forearms parallel with the floor. And when they come together, they're parallel with one another. You're welcome to keep this range of motion, or you can transition into a giant newspaper. 2-part movement. First, rotate the shoulders open, then find a giant V, taking the arms up wide. Slowly draw the elbows back down to the waist, and then close the back in, stopping in parallel. Nice. We have just a few seconds left of cable work. We'll be dropping back down to 1 yellow, taking it to the back of the machine. We set up a giant reverse twisted catfish for the left oblique. Feet will be underneath your carriage strap. Hands come back to those high handlebars. Let's set up our giant reverse catfish for the left oblique. In 3, 2, 1. Drop it back down to 1 yellow. Press to the back. Hands on your high handlebars. Big toes touch underneath the strap. High on the balls of the feet. Little bend of the knees. Twist the knees to the right side. Shift your weight into your hands. Start to extend the carriage back. Press down through the hands. Use the strength of your left oblique to pull the carriage in. Find that lift in the hips. Nice. We won't be here long. Just a short transition. Hug the thighs together. Hug the feet together. Shoulders stay over the wrists. Find that extension back. Keep it a smaller range of motion than you might on the front of the machine, so we can keep the engagement in your oblique at all times. We have just a few seconds to go. We're transitioning into the left leg. Left foot will step to the back platform. We'll grab our red cables, setting up express lunge for the left leg. Let's make that transition express lunge. In 3, 2, 1. Left foot forward. Keep the right foot underneath your carriage. Find your red cable, standing tall. Slight hinge forward. Sit back and down. Keep most of your weight in the left foot. Use the red cables to assist you as you find that motion of pressing down through the foot, extending the leg to straight. Keep the hinge forward in your torso. So at the bottom of your lunge, you have this diagonal line from the crown of your head up through the back foot. start pressing us back up to standing. Back leg stays strong. Back of the right thigh stays lifted. Left hip bone squares to the back. Engaging right oblique each time you lift up. In about 10 seconds, we sit back into our deepest lunge. Nice. Let's find that deep lunge. Hold. Take it down and hold. In 3, 2, 1. Deepest lunge. Hold. Root through the left heel. Press the back hip up. Wrap the back hips forward. Shoulders back, ribs in. Sit 1 inch deeper. Nice. We rise up together. In 3, 2, 1. Slow press up. For 2, 3, 4. Full range of motion. Nice. We give that left hamstring a breather. We face the right side for standing inner thigh round 2. We keep the cable in the right hand. Toss the cable in the left hand to the floor. We have giant reverse standing inner thigh. In 3, 2, 1. Toss 1 cable. Keep the cable in the right hand. Hug the inside edges of your feet towards the carriage straps. Weight distributed evenly between both feet. Taking the carriage out. Hug both legs in together. Lengthening the spine up towards the ceiling. Nice. Main attraction is the inner thighs, but we also want to find engagement in the core, engagement in the glutes. As we're pulling the carriage in, we find length from the floor all the way up through the crown of your head. Keep the spine long. Work both inner thighs evenly. In about 10 seconds, we find our holds. Hips with distance apart. Let's find that hold. In 3, 2, 1. Draw it in for a hold. Tailbone to heels, ribs in, shoulders back. Ears over the shoulders. We move back through full range. In 3, 2, 1. Find full range of motion. Nice. We have just a few seconds left. We turn to the back mirror once again. We set up our carriage kicks. Drop the cable, hands hit the high handlebars. We have carriage kicks. In 3, 2, 1. Toss your cable. Deep bend in the left leg. Shift your left foot over to the left side of the white line. Slowly draw the carriage in, finding that 90-degree angle in both legs. Left knee over ankle, wrap the left hip bone down towards the floor. The right foot can stay lifted. Hold the hips square and level throughout the entire range of motion. Finding a lift of the right hip and right upper inner thigh. Engaging right oblique and sitting bent in. Little bend in the elbows, fire up the biceps. Throw the shoulders back, fire up the lats. Let the upper body support you, but also you're working the entire body the entire time. Full body focus is on the left leg, but we're engaging the core, we're engaging the back, we're engaging the arms all at the same time. Nice. Breathe through. We're giving the left leg a break in just a few seconds. We transition into our giant reverse high plank hold. Both feet step back to the carriage strap. Hands to the back platform. Let's set it up. High plank in 3, 2, 1. Step both feet back. Hands on the platform. Press it out. Lift the back of the upper inner thigh. We bend the knees in for a single-sided bear towards the left tricep. In 3, 2, Then bend both knees to the left tricep. Nice 4 count pace. Inhale, press it out. Find that same lift in the hips. Right oblique. Twist the spine, engages the core. Nice. Link breath and movement together. Inhale as you press out. Exhale as you bend in. Keep the gaze towards the back edge of the platform. As we fatigue, the head will want to drop. Keep it lifted. Head in line with spine. Stay strong. You're only here for a few more seconds. Nice. We drop it down. We set up a kneeling oblique crunch. Giant reverse kneeling oblique crunch. In 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Shift the knees to the left side. Forearms on the back of the platform. Extend the carriage out into kneeling for our plank. On your exhale, lift the hips, round the spine up. Inhale to lengthen out. Find that starting point. Yes. That C-curve shape around the spine. Think about finding the lift from your hips and your ribs rather than pressing the knees in. The knees will automatically follow, but the lift comes from the core. Yes. Keep an eye on the shoulders, over the elbows. In 10 seconds, we press it out and hold. Let's take it out for that hold. In 3, 2, 1. Find your hold, shoulders over elbows, gaze towards fingertips. Right ribs pull up away from the floor. We slide it back because it's soft. In 3, 2, 1. Press it back for 2, 3, 4. Slow draw in for 2, 3, 4. Nice. Keep that pace. Smaller range of motion. Same 4 count. Right ribs stay pulled up away from the floor. Lengthen the tailbone towards your heels. Yes. This is it at the back of the machine. We're almost there. Nice. Breathe. Inhale as you slide back. Exhale as you pull forward. Keep the head lifted. We have 10 seconds. We set up skater for the left leg. 1 red, 1 or 2 yellow. Left foot on the front platform. Let's set up skater. In 3, 2, 1. Take that ride to the front. 1 red, 1 or 2 yellow. Left foot on the platform, right foot on the carriage. Sit down deep into a squat, hinging from the hips. Shift all of your weight into the left leg. Start to press the carriage out with the right. Nice. Toes point straight ahead, maybe even as you pinch the toes. Ground through the left foot, pressing it down into the platform. Knee in line with foot. Hip shifted over the front platform. Think about sitting back towards the handlebar behind you. So less weight forward, more weight back. Only pressing down into the handlebars. They will lift and rotate on you. Press them down, pull the ribs up to keep the core strong. When the core is strong, we can stabilize more within the legs. Nice. And once again, keep engagement in the upper body. Shoulders back, ribs in. Yes.
Think about it. There must be a higher love.
You've got
Down
this.
in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it,
Beautiful. Keep
life is
breathing.
wasted time.
See if you can sit 1 or 2 inches
Look
deeper
inside
down.
your heart
Almost there.
and I look inside
We have 1 leg
mine.
exercise left.
Things look so
Sweep the heels
bad
away from one another.
everywhere.
Keep some
In
space
this
between
whole
carriage and
world,
platform at
what
all
is
times.
there?
Nice.
We walk the line and try
We
to
face
see.
the front. We set up our runner's lunge.
Falling
Keep your left foot
behind
underneath your
what
carriage, your
could
platform
be.
strap.
Oh, bring me
Right
up
foot moves
higher.
into the eyelet of your carriage.
Bring me
Let's set it up.
higher,
Runner's lunge.
oh,
In 3,
bring me up higher.
2, stop right at that 90-degree mark. Anything past will become a resting point. You want to keep space between the carriage and the platform, just as we do every other leg exercise. Ground through the left foot, drive through the heel. Keep the left knee over the ankle. Nice. Keep an eye on the right hip. It will tend to want to drop. We want to find that lift in the right hip and sit deeper in the lift of the right hip, deeper in the left. Nice. Stay strong. We're more than halfway there. Check in with the upper body, shoulders back, little bend in the elbows. Strong upper body supports the lower half.
We walk the line and try to see falling behind and what could be.
Breathe it out. Drop it back down to one yellow. We're taking it to the back for the finish off the right oblique with our twisted single-sided bear. Giant reverse single-sided bear at the back of the machine. One yellow. Single-sided bear. Catfish. Catfish. Here, let's do it. One yellow. In 3, 2, 1. Giant reverse. Twisted catfish. Press it to the back. Hands on the high handlebars. Big toes touch. Little bend in the knees. Twist the knees to the left arm. Press your weight into your hand. Send the carriage back. Exhale. On the draw, in and up. Yes, nice. Breathe it out. Shoulders stay on the wrist. Bend in the knees. Push the thighs together. Use the right oblique to lift the hips up and the carriage in. Nice. You have just a few seconds left. We'll take the feet wider. Bring your hands to the back platform or the side rails. We set up a wide-legged giant reverse plank. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. So take the feet as wide as you can on the straps, hands to the side rails or the platform. Stand out into a wide-legged plank. We lift the hips or plank to pike. In 3, 2, 1. Press down through the hands. Lift the hips up. Inhale as you press back out into your plank. Exhale as the hips lift. Stay high on the balls of the feet. Press down through the feet and the hands. Let the head follow the spine. Nice. We're almost there. Right to the front for a child's pose in 10. Let's take it to the front in 3, 2, 1. Beat yourself up. Child's pose. Hands can be on the platform or the handlebars. Press it out. Let your chest fall towards the floor. Take a few deep breaths.
I will find you so easily. Don't you worry, whenever you need me.
Big stretch. Slowly draw the carriage in. Set the right foot forward. And kneeling lunge. As you inhale, reach the left foot high. Press the right foot down. Shoulder towards the right side, lengthening the left side body. Breathe into the left rib cage. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Feel that lengthen in the left side body and the front of the core. Slowly round it forward. Grab the front handlebar. Press away from the handlebar. Stretch the back body on the left side. Slowly bring it to neutral. Back, straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot. left foot or spreading your left toes. That helps to engage the quad. Stretching with engagement, slowly release. Swap sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. Root down through the right hip, reach right arm up high. Exhale, reach over. Breathe into the right side body. Lengthening out right oblique. Deep breath in, full breath out. Maybe find that rotation open towards the sky. Lengthening the front side body. And then rotate it forward. Reach right hand for our left handlebar. Lengthen out the right backside body. QL can get tight with all this core work. And slowly release, come to neutral. Straighten the left leg. Flex the left foot. Square the hips. Pull the right hip forward. Tiniest micro bend in the left knee. Reaching chest to toes. Take a few more breaths. Slowly rebend the left leg. Keep the right hand on your high handlebar. Reach left hand for right foot. Quad stretch. Flex the back foot or spread the toes. Hip and heel together. Lengthen the spine up. Rotate your chest to the side wall. Few deep breaths. Quads are get tight, especially in this workout, but also if we're sitting all day working at a desk or a table. Sign of the time, slowly release the foot, hop over your platform, take a seat, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, lengthen your spine up, flex the right foot, hinge forward until you feel an opening on the outside of your right hip. If you need more, you can find a slight rotation in the chest. Once again, chest opens towards the right side. Take a few breaths, keep the spine long. Come back to neutral, swap sides, left ankle over right thigh. Flex the left foot, hinge forward, and maybe rotate. One side might feel completely different than the other. Honor that, where you are. 2 more breaths. And come back to neutral, stand tall. Clasp your hands behind your back, shoulders up and back. Press the heels of your hands together. Keep a little bend in the elbows. Press your hands back and try to pull them apart from one another. So you engage the arms as you stretch the front side of the body. Lift the chin. Breathe into the chest. Take the feet a little bit wider, a little bend in the knees. Hinge forward, knuckles to the sky, head to the floor. Take a few deep breaths where you are. When you're ready, release the hands. Slowly roll up. Give yourself a high five. Give your housemate a high five. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you